Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2007 Caterpillar TL943 telescopic forklift that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions, I'll get up close to everything, I'll show you everything that I see, tell you everything that I know, and then of course we'll fire it up. We'll run it through its paces, we'll let you hear the engine, show you the boom shoots out good, show you the tilt forks, show you the brakes are strong. As always, if you are in the market for a used forklift, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, this one is a 2007 Cat TL943. It is cab, heat, air. It's got outriggers, tilt forks, of course pre-emissions Cat diesel engine. It's got a hydraulic coupler, 9,000 pound lift, 43 foot max reach, 72-inch fork frame. It's got frame tilt on the machine, 26,050 pound operating weight. This one has 5,370 hours on a good working hour meter. So I get up close to everything here, you'll see this is a very straight machine for an 07. Hydraulic coupler does work, we checked that out. Tilt frames are really good. I'll come up here in the front and look at that all again here in a little bit. But at first we'll kind of go over this frame here. You'll see the yellow paint for an 07 machine is actually pretty decent. Has a little bit of fade to it, but not bad. Just starting to get some spots here around the edges where it's flaking off and peeling, but not bad at all. This is a very straight machine for the age. Black paint's pretty good down here. Outriggers are good. All four fenders are still in good shape. And there's you'll see there's some scuffs here and there in this plastic, but a little paint missing on the bracket, especially on that top one, but pretty good there. Looking at the front tire on this side, I'm gonna say we're probably 35-40% tread depth. I think I'm being very fair there. The tires are pretty decent all the way around. There's definitely life left in them. There is some weather checking, but they are foam filled tires. But there's definitely life left in them here. I know it's kind of hard, but I mean they're a good finger width deep. Couple little spots where they've got a couple little small little nicks in the outer edges of the tread bars. Rims are really pretty decent. Overall, this is just a really pretty darn straight forklift. Not too many scuffs and scratches. A couple little ones here and there. Down there you'll see a couple, but honestly a pretty darn straight machine. The boom's good. The decals have a little fade to them and some little bit of cracking here and there, but I'd say they're the original decals, and for 18-year-old they're pretty darn good shape there. Coming around here, that door's in good shape. Again, that paint is fairly bright. A little bit of a fade to it, but like I said, not bad at all for the age. Diesel tank back here. Fender on this side is really good as well. Tire up here, this rear tire matches up really well to the front tire. Plenty of life left here. Again, they're all foam filled. Looking at the rim on this side, even that rim's pretty darn good shape. A couple little tiny chips here and there. Again, back here on the boom, everything's good. The frame back here, this back axle on this side, everything looks really good here. A little bit of dust and dirt on the insides of the rims. Coming around to the back, you'll see there's a few little scuffs and scratches back here, but pretty darn straight overall. Got lights in good shape there. Back of the boom, everything looks good. Cylinder looks nice and dry. Try to kind of go slow here so you guys can see everything. Like I said, for an 07 machine, this one is in very good shape. Definitely seems like it's been maintained. Fender on this side again, kind of scuffed up here, but overall pretty darn good. Tire tread on this side pretty well matches up with the other side. Maybe just a tiny little bit more tread on this tire than the other two we've looked at, but pretty similar. And then looking at the rim on this side, again, that rim's in good shape. Frame on this side, everything looks good. Looking down the side of the forklift boom, a little bit of paint peeled there. Looks like maybe there's a decal there at once, and when they tore it off, they peeled a little bit of that top layer of paint. This fiberglass engine enclosure is more faded than the metal paint. As you'll see, there's a little different tone. Obviously that fiberglass was kind of faded differently than that. A couple little kind of chips in the paint, scuffs and scratches there, but otherwise pretty darn straight. A lot of times you'll see where these are busted completely. A couple little scuffs here and there. Mesh looks pretty good back here. A couple little tiny cracks there in that mesh. You'll see there's one there. Otherwise pretty darn straight, no huge dings there. Mirror's good. Front fender on this side, again, pretty decent. A couple spots where you see there's some fade and scuffs and scratches. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Front tire on this side, again, matches up pretty well to the others that we've already looked at. Definitely life left in these tires. And like I said, they are foam filled. A little bit of that black mesh there's got a little bit of a ding in it. Looking up here at the frame though, again, this black frame's pretty darn straight. Actually, the black paint's still fairly bright. Front axle on this side looks good. Decals on this side are a little more cracked than the other side, but again, they are 18 years old. Outrigger looks good. Tilt cylinder's good there. Like I said, we have checked, the coupler does work. Hydraulic coupler, 72-inch fork frames. Forks themselves look nice and straight. Frames look pretty darn good. They actually look like they've been re-shimmed. I mean, I think this machine's been pretty well maintained because everything seems to work. The air blows cold in the cab. Looks like there's some, these shims look like they've been replaced down here at some point not too long ago because they're still fairly bright. Not a lot of paint chips up here. I don't see anything that looks out of the ordinary. I don't see anything that looks like it's been busted or cracked or welded anywhere out of the ordinary. Come over here and we'll take a look in the engine compartment. That shock's working good there. Like I said, pre-emissions Cat diesel engine. Up top here you'll see there's some paint peeled off of the engine, but a little bit of dust and dirt up here. Everything looks pretty darn dry in here though. I don't see anything. I don't see any oil or diesel running down the side of the block or any antifreeze. Now I say it with any used machine, I'm sure if you go over it with a fine tooth comb, you're going to find a seep or two somewhere. But I'm not seeing anything major or overly obvious. Try to go slow so you can kind of see everything in here. Like I said, for an 07 machine, this just seems to be a pretty darn good machine. There's some dirt and a little bit of grime down in the bottom, but I'm not seeing big puddles or anything down here of hydraulic oil or diesel Tiny little bit of moisture right there. Looking at the inside of the hood, not seeing any major stress cracks or anything. Looks like they've had to move this over. You can see they've got some other holes there, so they have had to move that at some point. We'll go around and take a look inside the cab. As I walk around the back, everything looks pretty darn square on the cab. I don't see anything up top that looks out of the ordinary here. All the glass seems to be in good shape. Doors in good shape here. I don't see any cracks or spider webbing in any of that glass. Inside of this door is pretty darn good. This is about the only piece of interior foam, if you will, and there is a little bit of a crack there, but otherwise even that's pretty darn good. Here at the door jamb, just typical paint wore off where your boots rub. Floor mat's in pretty decent shape though. I don't see any major cuts or tears there. Brake pedals, good. Throttle pedal. Seat, that bottom cushion, a couple little dirt stains there, but I don't see any cuts or tears in that bottom cushion. Same thing with the backrest. No armrest on this side. This armrest has seen better days. It's got some cracks in that foam. Kind of tweaked a little bit. It's not perfectly level. Down here, outrigger levers, frame tilt, joystick for your boom and your forks. Everything's good there. Those toggles are good. Rubber boot down here at the bottom is pretty darn good. Up here you can still see all your gauges and your toggle switches. There is one switch there. I don't know that's missing the plastic piece. I don't know exactly what it does. This one, in conjunction with this lever, operates your quick coupler and frame forks, or tilt forks rather. This black plastic, as you can see, is still pretty darn bright. I don't see any real cracks or spots that's busted up in that. I mean, just overall pretty darn clean forklift. That felt up here is actually pretty decent. A little bit of a spot there where that wire goes through, that felt's tore a little bit, but otherwise pretty darn good. There you can see through the top, everything looks pretty good there. They've added a little fan. See if I can get up close enough that you can see the hours here. It's kind of hard with this camera setup. There we go. 53.70. The hour meter does work. All right, like I said, this was a 2007 TL943 Cat telescopic forklift. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll get a few of these doors shut. We'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.